Hello again, vinyl community. This is Bill Young from the Michigan Record Club. Um, I started a series here. I'm kind of excited about it. Um, it's all about my psych records, of course. That seems to be where my passion lies for the most part. I love all music, though. It's hard to really say that. I mean, I love classic rock. So, I mean, but in many cases, this is some of the hardest rocking uh, records out there. All right, we're talking about psych, and I briefly touched on the fact that there's so many different types of psych. Some of them I like more than others. You know, folk psych. I'm just lukewarm. Uh, there's some good stuff out there though that is really good. And then uh, I've heard bubblegum psych or pop psych, I call it. And that's another main category that I I've gotten to like it a lot more lately. Um, in my old age, I have a better appreciation for pop music. And then, of course, there's the blues rock, hard rock psych, hard psych. Um, and some of that you can actually go and bring in some stoner psych and some space psych, which those kind of came later. But uh, they were still there at the time, just weren't called that. But anyhow, let's jump in and do another box, or another cubicle, I should say. Okay, right there. There we go. We left off here about the letter C. This is the Chameleon Church. The biggest attraction is the fact that Chevy Chase was a drummer in the band. Otherwise, you shouldn't take too much away from the band because of that. It is a very good, uh, you know, psych rock psych. Here we go with one of the first Japanese psych records that, well, that I am showing, but it's one of the early ones to have came about too. It's called Glue, Speed, and Shanky. There's a story behind a lot of these things, like the name of a band. I'm not really good enough to go into it. I think one guy was on speeders, and another guy actually tried to get high snorting glue, and then Shanky was there to tease him, I guess. But Shanky Chen is an extremely good artist. Hard rock psych. You can tell Japanese hard rock psych because there's an element there that you can hear. Sometimes it's like a sitar sound or something. But another great band is the Chocolate Watch Band. These are all reissues. Very good reissues. But I have those two Chocolate Watch bands, The Inner Mystique and No Way Out. And then Circumus Maximus, Neverland Revisited. It's a straight up psych and pretty good at that. It's on Vanguard. Got to give it a couple shots, give it a chance. It'll grow on you. It's good. It's kind of like this one, Clear Lights. It's straight up psych, but not too hard rock. It's just nice, easy rock. The Collectors, another band from Canada. There's a lot of good Canadian bands. Here's one on a private label called Earth Free. And this leads to another topic of psych music, and that would be XIAN, or Christian psych. So this is the Conquerors. The Conquerors were a great band that didn't get enough credit. They helped open a lot of concerts for the 13th floor elevators, and they were both right out of the same band, matter of fact, or the same town, matter of fact. Moving along, another Chinese psych, very good, Cosmic Intervention. Dark, this is Anonymous Days. Dark is some good psych, alternate type psych. Here's a good pop psych album, Count 5. Definitely a good psych band. Moving along, Country Joe and the Fish. He did quite a few albums that would be considered psych. I don't know, I don't have them all in the right order, I don't think, here. This is I Feel Like I'm Fixing to Die. And the funny thing is there's a game in here with game pieces, and it's all here, which makes the album twice as much as it would normally. But all the band pieces are there. And this one is probably the best psych band by or psych album by Country Joe and the Fish. And it's called Electric Music for the Mind and Body. This one I popped up. This is some international psych from the Middle East area. This is actually, especially like in the VC, all the people who collect psych music as one of their genres that they like, they know about this album. There's a few originals out there. All the rest are all reissued out of Israel. So that's kind of cool. I think they had a guy from Great Britain was the lead singer, I believe, in the band. I could be wrong. Coven. I do not have the first one, which is the spooky one with the satanic rituals. But these are really good, good music, for one thing. Just great music. And kind of interesting lyrics on some of it. Cradle, more garage than psych, but definitely big at that time, late 60s. Crazy Elephant, again, good straight up psych, not enough of it in there. Not enough psych in these Crow albums either that I have, but they are surely great music. And again, they came up at the same time. The Damnation of Adam Blessing. Just blow your mind. Psych, hard rock psych. And there is the second Damnation of Adam Blessing. Cream, cannot forget Cream. This was an early one. A lot of people enjoyed listening to that, and they have it in their library. Here's the other Dark album. It got separated from the other one I showed you. But I'm not here to organize my records, just show you. Damien, that's a reissue. Great site. Great site. The Doors. I really am a big supporter of their first album being Psych. Some of the other albums that they did, maybe not so much. Dragonfly. Awesome. Great site. Straight up in your face. Druid, Vampire Cult. Again, that is hard rock. Few elements of psych in there, but yes, the Dukes of the Stratosphere. 25 o'clock, which would be probably 1 o'clock the next day. They were originally, well, they were even before and after Ecstasy, XTC, whatever, and the Sonic Sunspots. That's great stuff. They did a real good job. You are not going to find a harder rock album, I think, than Dust. And the interesting thing is some of the Ramones. Marky was on here. And yeah, where the Ramones were before. There's another Dust album. Again, just if I can say it, kick-ass rock and roll. Merge the Litter. I'm lukewarm on that one. It's okay. Psych. Along with Heir Apparent. Jimi Hendrix had a lot to do with showing them the ropes there on that album. Oh, great. One of the great ones. Unchained was the title, and it was Elias Hulk. Here's Rocky Erickson. Gremlins have pictures. Here's one, Don't Slander Me. Again, he was a acid casualty, but he got his head back together well enough to make music after he got out of the hospital. The Electric Flag, and the wonderful drummer on here, Buddy Miles. The Electric Prunes, probably one of my all-time favorite psych bands. And this one, live in Stockholm, kicks ass. Underground, definitely. Many people call it their best. Release of an Oath. Now we're stretching it. And finally we get out of that. Elephant's Memory. That's good. Straight up psych, not too hard rock. Eloy. Similar to later prog, maybe Pink Floyd during the Dark Side of the Moon. Really good. The End. An awesome album. Now this one, quite limited reissue. This also a reissue, England. Great band. Epitaph. I cannot say too much good about Epitaph. These first 3 albums, or these first 2, is just spot on, just great psych rock. And Eric, look where I am. Okay, it's good. It's kind of folk, heavy equipment, ukulele, ass kicking, awesome, fantasy, straight up psych, a little soft, and Fapardokli is some good psych. It's a little strange, and a few people, very few people know about it. Otherwise, it's pretty good. I really enjoy it anyhow. Well, everybody, I appreciate you stopping in and discussing, in my humble opinion, a little bit about psych. And I would love to see you put some input, what you would offer, the world, some tidbits of psych knowledge. I know Derek actually went to college, I think, and took psych. I took psychology and sociology, and I took rock and roll 101. So, hey, I guess I am an expert. All right, folks, I appreciate it. Thank you. Bye-bye.